Top 5 Cosmic Style Games from Takemiya Masaki.
In this game, black is Takemiya Masaki and white is Hiroshi Yamashiro. Black opens with a 2-star, 3-star opener, and white approaches the corner. Instead of answering white's approach, black extended one more time. White doesn't want black to get a huge moyo because Takemiya is famous for cosmic style, so white, instead of taking the corner or pincering the stone, white jumped to prevent a huge moyo. Black jumped, white jumps again. When black jumps, white pulled back. Black peeped first, white connects, and 2-space jumped. White took the corner, black blocks toward the moyo, white pushes, black hane, and we see a classic 3-3 joseki here. When black extends, white, since there's nothing else to do over here, so white just made this exchange too. And black formed the tiger's mouth. From here, white tries to capture this stone and grow this moyo. Black small knights, white small knights to completely control the stone, and black keeps expanding. White 2-space extension. Black shoulder hits white to further grow and solidify this moyo, turn it into a territory. At this point, white has a decision to make. Either to reduce this or grow to compete with black's moyo. In this case, white chose to reduce. Black pushes first, white jumps, black peeps to make it heavy and tries to surround these stones. And from here, if white jumps, it's very difficult to actually connect back to this stone. So white attaches over here. When black hanes, white extends. Black connects. When white hanes, black hanes back. White extends. Black connects. White hanes. White hanes. Black hanes again. Because there are quite some cutting points, white did not want to double hane, so white just pulled back and black connected. From here, it looks like white could play something over here. But as soon as black large knight's in, white really doesn't have anything left. So instead of playing something over here, white secured this corner. And black approaches this corner. From here, instead of making this exchange, white jumped. Black peeps first, looking for this cutting point, but white resists. And black turns around and tries to reduce this part of white's moyo. At this point, some people may say white should make this exchange first, and black needs to play something over here. So let's say if black plays here, then white can come back and secure this part of the board. But instead of making those exchanges, white just blocked. When black extends, white cannot play away. White has to keep listening to black, and white extended. And from here, black made this exchange first. White blocks, black pulls back, white extends, and black jumped to try to secure this part of the board. White peeps at this cutting point, black connects, and white secures this part of the board. And with Descente, black secures the corner. White tries to make some points on this corner too. Black makes a turn. White jumps down to completely secure this corner. Black attaches, white extends, black attaches, and white haned. At this point, white really should have pushed. When black blocks, cut. When black captures the stone, atari, black captures it, and hane. Now, this hane is a sente. Black has to come back and capture this stone, And with the sente, white could jump in to further reduce this part of the board. But in the actual game, white did not make those exchanges and immediately hunted. So black cut, white extends, and black gets to play away. Because white pushing and cutting is not a sente anymore. Let's see what happens if white still tries to play that, and Atari, black captures it, and even if white tries to capture those 3 stones, black gets to capture these 3 stones first. Since white pushing and cutting is not a sente, black, with the sente, tries to secure this moyo. White jumped, and black got this into his territory. Now white starts to destroy this part of the board, but black cuts first, white Ataris, and black plays here instead of trying to play over here. White hane, black forms a tiger's mouth. When white extends, black connects over here, threatening to play something over here. So white connects and black cuts. White jumps, black extends to solidify this part of the board. White extends and black jumps. At this point, black is leading by more than 10 points. And they did some endgames after this move, but it did not change the result of the game, and Takemiya Masaki won the game. In this game, black is Takemiya Masaki and white is Iwata Tatsuaki. Both players started with 2-star opener, and black approaches the corner instead of playing this 3-star opener. When black approaches the corner, white pincers. Of course, black, Takemiya Masaki, is not going to take this corner. Black is going to get some influence. White jumps and black shoulder hits. If you're not sure about this joseki, you can learn more about it in the Essential Joseki series from Simple Baduk. White extends first, black extends, white tries to push out, black blocks, white extends, black extends, and white jumps. From here, black could immediately take away the corner, but still, we have Takemiya Masaki, so he plays over here. Now that we see this is getting a bit too cosmic-y, so white immediately splits to prevent the cosmic style of Takemiya Masaki. But surprisingly, Takemiya plays this connection, trying to save this stone and get some extra thickness over here. On top of that, this is also kind of threatening these white stones. So white spends another move over here. Now black approaches this 1-space jump. White Kosumi's out. From here, the usual answer would be something like this. Just settle the group. But Takemiya doesn't want to see this kind of things from happening. This way, although black gets to settle these stones, but this influence turns into useless influence. In order to avoid that, Takemiya Masaki plays the small knights. Although these 2 stones are still not settled, but Takemiya is looking for this shoulder hit later on. This way, black can completely lock white inside and grow something over here. White kicks this stone first, black extends down and attaches on this 3-4 point. This is actually kind of a greedy and small move. White should have applied pressure on these 2 stones. Even if black gets 2 small knights in, white gets to get some of the corner and further apply pressure on these 3 black stones. As these black stones run somehow, white is able to erase this part of the potential. But in the actual game, white attached over here, black haned. From here, white could extend down or connect, and white died. From here, white has 2 options, connect or extend down. Connecting means white get to still affect the middle a little bit. Extending down means white gets to settle and there are no problems or whatsoever. When white connects, black, instead of forming a tiger's mouth, played a small knights. This move is saying, next, I am going to apply pressure on this stone, and you don't get to make this 2-space. This small knights is also preventing white breaking out. But the only problem with this is black has less say on this corner. But black is Takemiya Masaki, the person who doesn't give a thing about the corners. White tries to get the corner safe, and black approaches the corner. White answers, and black pincers this stone. Next, white tries to break into this middle of the board while separating these two black groups. Black, instead of immediately cutting the connection somehow, black settles these black stones. White attaches, black bumps, white extends, black forms a tiger's mouth, white harness, black harness back. When white extends, black extends. This way, black cuts off the connection between these two white groups, and black stones are all connected and alive. And on top of that, because of this and this, black has this kind of things that's possible. So black gets the sente at the end. So white, before, make sure white is alive, pushes first, and then white is alive. Now the next move, if black is any other player, then black might play something like this. But again, we have Takemiya Masaki. So black plays over here. First is looking to attack these white stones, and second is to get some stones over here to get some cosmic going on, and later on, this shoulder hit to lock these white stones in. That's the dream. White jumps, black small knights, white tiger's mouth, and black extends, white ataris, black connects, white ataris, black extends, and white jumps out. From here, this stone is now in danger, so black pulls back. Takemiya Masaki knows exactly when to get a moyo or the influence going on and when to defend his own stones. That's the difference between Takemiya Masaki and most amateur players who play Cosmic Style. Amateur players, we usually just surround, and everything dies around the board, and as soon as your opponent throws in a stone in the middle, you probably can't even catch that, then you lose the game. But Takemiya Masaki also keeps the balance between the moyo and not dying. White peeps over here, and if black plays here, then white is able to use the black stones to get some stones out there, so black connected. From here, white kind of should have played this move in order to settle all these white stones, but white wanted some extra thickness to leak into black's potential. With the sente, black got this move in. Next, white got a little bit too greedy and crawled on the second line. White should have played something over here in order to restrict black's growth. But since white played here, black got this huge point. Now you can loosely see this moyo forming. White jumps out trying to leak into black's cosmic, and black peeps first, white connects, and black small knights out. Now it looks like not only black is surrounding this part of the board, but also this part of the board. So white invades. If we look at this invasion, personally, I kind of want to play something like this, but Takemiya played this Kosumi. This is saying with the next move, I can play this to solidify this part of the board. But if white plays something over there, then black can play this and capture this stone. But if white plays something over there, then black can play the small knights and control this stone. In the game, white played over here, black bumps, white plays here, black blocks the corner, and white climbs this stone. This variation happens quite often in our games. If you don't know this variation or this joseki, then check out the Essential Joseki series. Shameless plug. If black extends over here, then white can jump. When black plays over here, this turns into sente, black needs to run. This way, white gets to take away all of black's points. So when white clamps black's stone, black needs to connect this way. And white has to settle too. Now again, before black playing something over there, black captures this stone. This not only settles these black stones, but also affects white stones over here. If white doesn't answer black, then black can later play here. When white connects, black can play here to connect everything back, and white stones are going to get attacked. So white has no choice but to make a tiger's mouth and be alive over here. Black shoulder hits over here, trying to apply pressure. White lifts and shoulder hit. Now we are solidifying this middle of the board. White plays here, trying to leak into black's moyo. Black, instead of passively surrounding this middle, black attached over here. White blocks, black harness, white extends. Next, white is going to use this Atari to connect everything back up. So black blocks over there and white connects over here. The simpler way of playing is black connects, white connects, and because black is too thick over here, white cannot erase too much of black's points from here. So black can turn around and take this corner. This is a simpler way of playing as black. But Takemiya Masaki doesn't care about the corners. Takemiya only wants the middle. That's the romance of Cosmic Style. White Ataris this stone. When black cuts, white cannot capture this stone because black is able to counter Atari and these stones are probably going to die. So when black Ataris over here, white connects and black pulls out this stone. White Kosumis, black extends, and white shoulder hits this stone. If black passively defends like this, then this can be painful. So before doing anything over there, Takemiya makes some exchanges over there in the corner, and the most common variation we see is Hane into the corner, but Takemiya really doesn't care about the corner. So Hane is out. When white Ataris the stone, Takemiya starts a ko. He wants, by starting a ko, maybe cut off this stone or get other profits somewhere else because he really doesn't care about the corner. White captures this stone, black slides in, white defends the corner, black captures this stone, white bumps, white another ko threat, black captures these stones, white capture, black extend, white block, black takes the ko, white Ataris these stones, black connects, white takes the ko, black extends over here, and we see these stones are iffy. When black plays here, white saw this and this, there are too many ko threats, and even here we got quite some ko threats. So white decided to settle this ko fighting. And black got what black wanted to, cut off this stone. White pushes, black hane, white push again, black extend, and white Ataris these stones. Black comes out, Atari again, black comes out again, and white tries to capture these two stones, but black attaches over here. This is the way to surround these white stones. If white simply connects, then of course black can surround these white stones. If white extends, then black can come out. When white cut the connection, black can Atari and capture everything. If white plays this Kosumi, black can extend. Now, if white connects up over here, then black can connect over here. If white connects over here, then black can cut from here. So white has no choice but to simply capture these two black stones, and black completely surrounds white stones. When black played this move, we can see this middle moyo is now solidified. Although both players did some endgames after this, but it didn't change the fact that black won the game. After a few moves, Iwata Tatsuaki resigned this game. In this game, black is Takemiya Masaki and white is Cho Chikun. Although Cho Chikun is known for his demolition expert nickname, but in this game, Cho Chikun goes for the moyo game. Black 4-star opener, and white also plays this 4-star opener. Black first starts to restrict white's growth. White Usually we play something like this, but since white is going for the moyo, white jumps up. And black approaches this corner, white jumps. When black jumps, white takes some points because Cho Chikun just couldn't resist taking some extra territories for himself. After black extends, white turns around and takes Takemiya's corner. Takemiya has two choices, blocking from here or here. Since black has some extra stones over here, so black chose to block from here. White extends, black harness, white harness, black extends, white extends again. When black extends again, since white has no interest in invading over here, so white makes this exchange too. And black forms a tiger's mouth. Now this moyo is getting solidified. Now white with the sente plays over here. Usually this tengen is the first instinct, but Cho Chikun is a bit humble with his moves. And Takemiya Masaki also takes this corner, otherwise that just gets too big. And Cho Chikun also blocks toward his own moyo. Takemiya extends, white, instead of playing this hane, play this small knights. When black attaches, white plays away and plays this attachment. Black harness, white extends, and black first a probing move. When white connects, harness over here. When white extends, black forms a tiger's mouth. White makes a turn in order to secure this moyo. Black harness. When white harness back, black plays away and takes this shoulder hit and grow this moyo. White pushes, black harness. White pushes again, black extends, white harness, and since there are a lot of black stones over here, black is not afraid of getting cut, so black harness, white extends again. When white extends, first Takemiya ataris this stone, white has no choice but to connect up and harness back. Now when white plays over here, black was worried about these cutting points, so black spends another move to secure these cutting points. But alternatively, black could have played this Atari. Then white is going to play over here. Black captures this stone and white captures this stone and black leaks into white's moyo. This way, they're both breaking into each other's moyo and erasing potentials. But in the actual game, black simply defended his own moyo. Then white gets to leak into black's moyo first. White connects and black needs to defend over here. And from here, instead of taking this stone or jumping down, white saved them for later and invades into this corner. Black again defends toward his own moyo. White extends and instead of haneing, black extended again. White too, instead of playing this small knights, white extends. When black harness, white harness back. Black extends this stone to leave some ajis in the corner and harness over here. White harness back, black connects, and white forms a tiger's mouth. Now black bumps and looking for a push and cut, so white has no choice but to connect up, and black jumps to solidify this moyo. White crawls on the second line, black blocks, white jumps, black needs to connect this cutting point, white extends, black jumps to connect back. In this situation, most amateurs, including me, would play away, but white plays over here. This is a great Tesuji. If black cuts the connection, then white is going to cut the connection too. Now white can come out from here, so black has no choice but to connect up. White pushes, when black plays here, white, capturing this stone, turns into a sente. If black does not spend another move over here, then white can atari these two stones and get some extra liberties, and black, in order to capture these stones, black needs to fill up all the liberties. That's a lot of points. That's why when white plays here, black simply crawls back. White clamps this stone, black connects. When white connects back, black first throws a stone in and clamps this stone. Now white plays over here trying to go out, but of course black is gonna say no. When white tries to cut the connection, of course black is not gonna allow that. And white tries to secure this corner with this move. But this would have been a much safer move. In the actual game, Cho Chikun plays over here. If white does not spend another move in the corner, then black can jump and this is not going to die. Even if white plays over here, black is going to connect up and now there's a cutting point over here. If white simply connects up, then black is alive. Even if white plays here, black can block. When white connects, black can cut anywhere over here. If white connects up, then black is again alive. That's why white spent another move just to make sure the corner is white's corner. But black still plays over here. White extending is a sente, black connects, and white captures these two stones. But again, the safest way for white to capture the corner is to play this, but Cho Chikun thought this is enough. Now black tries to harass this corner, hanes, and connects. White ataris this stone. When black connects, white forms a tiger's mouth to secure this corner. Now Takemiya Masaki plays a very weird move that is also Tesuji of the year, which is this push. Now white cannot extend this stone toward this side because if white does that, then black is going to cut these stones and capture them. So white has no choice but to tighten up liberties of these two stones, but here comes the second Tesuji from Takemiya Masaki. It's this one. You still might not know why is this a Tesuji, but look at this one. If white plays here, then black can play over there. When white captures this stone, black can cut off the connection. When white captures this stone, black captures these four stones. That's a lot of points. That's why when black played this weird move, white has no choice but to capture these two stones. And black ataris these two white stones. White needs to actually take these two stones. And black plays this turn and this is alive. And you may be wondering, why is that alive? Can I just capture it like this? Then all black has to do is this and it's alive. If white goes out like this, then black can go out like this too. If white blocks from here, then all black has to do is over here. And even if white tries to erase another eye, but black is always gonna have two eyes in this corner. Cho Chikun's win rate went from over 90% to a single digit really quick. So Cho Chikun got a bit frustrated, so he started to take some territories everywhere, do as much as he can. Cho Chikun knows this one doesn't work, but what choice he got? Takemiya cuts. If white makes a turn over here, then black atari. When white connects, black can atari again. When white captures this stone, another atari and the whole group is dead. That's why white, before making this turn, white needs to capture this stone. And black extends to connect everything back up. White blocks. First, it's trying to threaten these stones, but also solidifying this part of the board. Black forms eye over here. White extends one more time. Black is completely alive. White kosumis over here. If black plays here, then white gets to do all this in sente. So black simply connects. White ataris, black connects, and white blocks over here. Black pushes in, white hane, black push, white blocks, black push, white pulls back, black harness. When white extends, black extends this. From here, both players also did more endgames, but it did not change the result of the game. Takemiya Masaki was actually losing this game, but he was able to use this Tesuji over here to take the extra corner, and at the end Takemiya won by 2.5 points. In this game, black is Takemiya Masaki and white is Kaiho. Black starts with the 2-star opener and white starts with the star point and 3-4 point. Takemiya Masaki, whenever he sees white players playing this kind of opener, he usually approaches one space high, and Kaiho decided to use this simple joseki, pulling back. When black connects, white jumps and black jumps. From here, if you have seen Takemiya playing a lot, then you should have noticed if white plays here, then black plays here. If white splits, then black plays here. This is a very typical strategy he uses when he tries to use a 3-star opener or the Cosmic Style. In the actual game, Kaiho obviously didn't want to see this kind of thing happening because this influence works too well for Takemiya Masaki. So in the actual game, Kaiho split it. Black first approaches this corner. When white answers, black approaches this zone. Instead of playing this low approach, Kaiho changes it up a little bit. Takemiya Masaki answers this one space with another one space, and Kaiho takes some points. When white pulls back, black extends, and from here, white could easily play away, but Kaiho likes to play thick, so he jumps. From here, black has 2 good points to play. First is something over here, and second is something over here. But the thing is, if black plays here, white can approach over here, and this can get very disgusting for black. So black defends this weakness. Now white has 2 obvious good points to play, which is this approach and this 3-3. But back in the days, people didn't really play 3-3s in this kind of situation, but they would play this corner taking away strategy if black has this kind of thing going on. In this case, black doesn't have a stone over here, so white approaches. Black merely defending like this is too sad, so black pincers white stone. From here, Kaiho regrets after the game that he did not play this counter pincer. If Kaiho played over here, then Takemiya is most likely gonna play over there. Black cuts, white attaches over here, black captures this stone, and white extend into this corner. And white also gets to go out or counter pincer this stone. But in the actual game, Kaiho, instead of playing this, he immediately took the corner. From here, black does not block from this side because this is too sad. So Takemiya blocks from this side, white extends, black extends. When white harness, black harness back, white connects, black connects, white jumps, and black pushes white down. From here, Kaiho should have played this move, because if white played this move, this cut can get pretty disgusting for black, so black has to spend another move, and white can grab this great point. But in the actual game, Kaiho played this. This makes this cut less valuable, so black doesn't even want to save this stone anymore, so black played over here. When white answered, black starts to expand this part of the moyo. At this point, white should have played this shoulder hit. If black plays here, then white can extend, and this is very sad for black, so there's no way black playing this. If black extends, white can jump, and this is overcrowded, this stone gets lonely, it's really good for white. But in the actual game, white, instead of playing here, defended the corner. And this is also looking for this invasion over there. Since white did not reduce this potential, black starts to grow this potential. And since white playing this was looking for this invasion, now white invades. Black has no problem giving this side to white because who's black? Takemiya Masaki. He doesn't really care about these few points. And Takemiya once said, the only reason I play Cosmic is because usually my opponents can get too greedy. I just give them what they want and I'm left up with things like this. So I just play this natural style. When white handed back, black, instead of trying to save this stone, black starts to grow over here. Again, white gets a bit too greedy with the points. Black cannot allow white to hane out, so black extends again. When black plays over there, with the next move, white plays over here, threatening to cut off this stone. If black saves this stone, then white can play here. When black plays here, white can Atari first. Black connects up, white extend. It's a pretty okay fight for white. And as soon as they start a fight, all this is going to get destroyed. But again, the moment white played this move, black decided to not abandon this stone. So black says, you go ahead and take what you want. White pushes out, black hanes. When white hanes, black extends. When white plays here, black forms a tiger's mouth, connects, and white connects over here. This way, white got a lot of points over here. And black, instead of keeps growing over here, black defends its own weakness. And white, there are too many cutting points and liberty is too tight. White has no choice but to play this tiger's mouth. And black continues to grow over here. At this point, if white plays here, then black can simply hane and keep growing. So white does not want to play this hane. But if white plays away, then black can hane out from here. Even if white gets to cut it, black can Atari. If white connects, then black can also play this one. When white connects, black Atari, the whole thing is dead. So at this point, white has again no choice but to spend another move over here. With the sente, black peeps first. When white extends, another peep. White connects, and black plays this small knights to further grow this moyo. Now it's white's turn, and white really needs to do something about this thing. White, instead of leaking in from here, white decided to play something over here. But if white plays here immediately, then black can play here. When white peeps, if black connects, then white can connect up, and this is destroyed. But there is no way black is going to connect up over here. So black plays here, black connects. If white immediately cuts, then black can also cut the connection, and it's 100% solidified. On top of that, white still owes a move over here. If white connects up, then black can cut the connection by playing this move. They are still going to die. So white, before playing this move, white peeps first to see what's up. If black connects, then white is going to shoulder hit from here. But again, we have Takemiya Masaki. He always gives his opponents what his opponents want. If white wants these two stones, then okay, go ahead and take them. I'm just gonna keep growing my thing over here. Now white plays this 2-space extension. This is looking for this attachment. So white was kind of hoping black would play something over here and start to leak in from there. But Takemiya Masaki completes this moyo. Now white attaches. If black hanes, then white is going to extend. Since white has a stone over here, black has no choice but to connect up. When white connects back, when white tries to go back, Black can connect up. Next, black is gonna cut the connection, but white is first gonna ask, what about this cutting point? If black connects, white gets to connect back. If black cuts the connection, white gets to have a good fight over here. So if that happens, black is screwed. That's why when white attaches over here, black plays a Kasumi. White extends down, black tries to connect, and white has no choice but to crawl back on the second line. Black extends, white has no choice but to spend another move. When black harness again, white needs another move. Now black attaches over here. He's not really trying to save this stone. He is merely just trying to see what white is gonna do and maybe fully surround these white stones to solidify this part of the board. White ignores black and attaches over here, trying to reduce some of black's potential. White extends, black extends, white peeps first, black plays solidly, white peeps again, black connects. When white tries to leak over here, black blocks, white harness. These are all sente for white. When white connects, black, instead of playing this tiger's mouth or connecting up, black played this. This prevents the cut over here, but also when white plays all this, black doesn't need to spend another move because this stone also prevents this cut. This is a great endgame move that we can all learn and use in our own games. Now, white with the sente plays over here. If white tries to capture this stone immediately, then black is going to bump first. If white connects from here, then black can play here. When white plays here, black can Atari, white connects, and black can play away. Now from here, if white connects from here, then black can extend first. If white plays over here, then black can first Atari. When white connects, black by extending, black is capturing this stone with ease. When black extends, if white connects over here, then black monkey jump gets really annoying. Rin, of course, already saw all these variations and he thought this is the best move. Black first exchanges a move over here and forms a tiger's mouth. Now white peeps this cutting point over here, and black first Ataris these stones and bumps. White has no choice but to connect, and from here if black cuts, then white is going to cut. White is going to be able to resist a few more rounds. So in order to avoid any complications, black plays here and white connects up too. Black extends, white needs to connect, and black peeps. When white connects, this stone is now dead. With the sente, black plays this tiger's mouth to fix these weaknesses. And this tiger's mouth is also saying, I won the game. Next, white jumps over here, black blocks, and white captures these two stones. Black pushes, white tries to leak in a little bit more, and white blocks. When black Ataris this stone, white plays here. Black extends, white Ataris. Black captures this stone and white pulls back. Black captures this stone, white Ataris. Black captures it. Next, white extends in. Just see, white could have played this one. This jump seems possible, but there are some weaknesses over here. So he plays thick. Black plays here. White exchanges a move over here. White pushes in. Black blocks. White bumps. Black blocks. And black completely surrounds over here. And at this point, black playing this is a sente. If white plays here, then there is a double Atari. So in order to avoid that, white spends another move over here. Black harness. White cannot harness because white has some liberty issues. So white connects up. Black pushes in. White harness, black of course blocks, white connects, and black connects up. The end game for this particular game is very simple because technically black has only one huge group. So it's very simple. White connects up, white Ataris, black connects, and white harness, black harness back, then white connects, black pushes, white connects up, black exchanges over here, black harness, and for the last move, black plays here and white resigns. Black at the end won by 7.5 points. As black, we have Takemiya Masaki. As white, we have Otake Hideo. As the opener of the choice, Takemiya chose Sen Ren Sei, 3-star opener. When white approaches the corner, instead of answering with the small knights, Takemiya, as someone who loves influence, chose to answer with the one-space jump. White slides in with the small knights. When black answers, white finishes the Joseki with the 2-space jump. With Sente, black keeps expanding. If white plays anywhere else, then black can get this move. When white answers, black can 1-space jump. White has to answer this way or this way. Either way, black can keep jumping and expand his framework like this. Otake Hideo didn't want to see that from happening, so he encloses his corner but also restricts black's expansion. Black approaches the 3-3 stone. White answers with a small knight. Black 3-space extension and white approaches this weak group, but black tenukis and encloses his corner. White invades. Black blocks over the top. White extends and black connects. When white slides out, white is completely alive, but black has a weakness over here. So black has to secure the weakness with a 1-space jump. At this point, there's a vital point on the board, which is this one. If black gets to play this move, white has to answer this way or this way. Either way, black can play any move over here to enclose his framework, or black can do a shoulder hit over here. If white jumps out, black can small knights. White keeps pushing out, and all black has to do is small knights to get this framework going on. If white answers like this, it's going to be an easier thing for black. Black can enclose the whole center with this single move. Now you can see black's framework is crazy and white is going to have a difficult game. So white has to jump. If black was Cho Chikun or any other territory-oriented players, he might have played this move to make sure this juicy corner is his. But today we have Takemiya Masaki. He 2-space jumps to get this framework going on. White 3-3s, black blocks from this side. When white kosumis, to prevent white from keep going out, black jumps down. White harness, black harness back. White forms a double tiger mouse. Black Ataris, when white connects, white is completely alive in the corner. With Sente, black plays a large knight's move. First, it's forming a framework over here, but it's also aiming to attach over here to harass the white stones. White kosumis, black simply pushes to enlarge his framework. When white harness, black harness back. White extends, black extends, white harness, and black keeps pushing. When white harness for the third time, black says enough is enough, and he cuts this stone. White attaries, black extends, and white extends to make sure the whole top is white's territory. With the next move, black attaches here, but Takemiya actually regrets not doing an exchange before doing this attachment, which is this attach. White probably have to answer this way, and black can naturally form a double tiger's mouth, and also threatening to cut over here. If white doesn't answer over here, black can atari. When white connects, black can go for the double atari over here. So white has to connect, and if black attaches now, you can see the whole top is extremely thick and everywhere is black stones. It's going to be an extremely difficult fight for white. The sad thing is, black didn't do that exchange before this attach. So white pulls out this stone. All of a sudden, this cutting point gets a bit severe, so black defends the cutting point. White attaches here, threatening to cut off these black stones. Black has to connect. When white harness, black still has to answer. And now, when white attaries, you can see why Takemiya was regretting not doing the exchange before this attachment. Now black cannot do anything about this white group leaking into black's potential. So black goes to destroy white's potential too. White jumps in. At this point, most players will want to play a move like this or like this. But Takemiya's Cosmic Style is never a defensive play style. So Takemiya attaches here. If white connects like this, black can pull this stone out. If white attaries this way, black can simply connect. And this white group is completely cut off from all the white groups, and it is going to be an extremely difficult fight for white. When black comes out, if white attaries from this side, black is going to atari from here. When white captures those three stones, black can cap this white stone, and it is going to be an extremely difficult fight for white again. White didn't want to see that from happening, so white harness. And black pulls out these two black stones, and white still can't do this exchange because white group is still not alive. So instead of fighting over there, white jumps out seeking to connect with these two stones. Black pulls these stones out, and it completely cuts off white's connection from the top group. So white has to jump out one more time. With these three white stones over here, this framework of black now all of a sudden seems very thin and vulnerable. So black bumps over here. When white connects, black connects. If white tenukis from here, then black can throw in a stone and this group is going to die. So white still has to answer with another move. With Sente, black bumps the stone. Obviously, white can't come out like this because there is a weakness over here. So white pulls back. Black harness. White harness. Black double harness. When white extends, black solidly connects. At this point, if white dares to come out like this, black can cut off the connection from these two groups with this shoulder hit. So, just in case, white just jumps out again. Black takes a whole bunch of points with this small knights. White turns. Black harness. When white jumps, black attaches to lessen the severeness of this cut. White kicks this stone. Black extends. White clamps. Black pushes it down, and white takes this stone and also Ataris this stone. Black connects, and white harness over here. Black harness back. When white connects, instead of connecting over here, black attaches here. White blocks, and black connects. Most Q players, I believe, would tenuki from here, but if you see, we have a small knights from here to here, and another small knights from here to here. Remember this shape, it's double small knights, and we have an incredible Tesuji over here. Black attaches here. When white cuts the connection, black can attach here. If white dares to cut, black can Atari the stone, and all three stones over here are dead. If white connects this stone back, black can simply connect back, and these two stones are dead too. White didn't want to see that from happening, so he makes a turn to save these three stones. When black plays here, black is Ataring this stone, but also threatening to cut over here, so white has to answer. Again, black got the sente, and black clamps over here. This move makes sure all the black stones are connected, and it's also aiming for this cut over here. White pushes, black harness, and white attaches here. White is trying everything to get all the profits on the board. At this point, black, instead of connecting, black attaches over here. White bumps up, black pulls back, and white blocks, and black Ataris this stone. Some people may think, isn't this move a little bit too slow? But with this move, throwing a stone over here becomes possible. Now all the white stones in the middle is now in danger. With the next move, white plays over here. Instead of blocking or cutting, black simply pulls back. Maybe Takemiya thinks this game is very good for him. In fact, AI says his win rate is now over 99%. White peeps to cover the weakness over here, and black connects. And white cuts over here. Black Ataris, when white extends, black peeps this one space jump. Before doing anything over here, white Ataris black stone over here, and black has to capture these three black stones. White extends on the bottom right side, seeking to leak into black's potential from this way. Black cuts through this one space jump. White makes a tiger's mouth, and black peeps. Before answering here, white harness, black harness back. When white harness again, black extends. White bumps over here, black connects, white connects, and black cuts this middle group off. Now everything in the middle is dead. In order for white to keep leaking into black's potential, white needs to sneak in this move. But there's no way Takemiya is allowing that. Black harness. When white extends, black extends over here to threaten this cutting point. White covers the cutting point, and black blocks over here. At this moment, black is leading by approximately 10 points. Both players did some endgames over here, but it didn't change the result of the game. At the end, Takemiya Masaki wins by 4.5 points.